All right, friends, it's T-Man, and we're back with another video. It's on JasonBlaha again. Ha! The gym, lifting, recruiting, fitness, gear slave himself, JasonBlaha. Anyways, we're going to react to his video. JasonBlaha says, Mark Bell and Cole Robinson are pushing the dangerous sugar diet nonsense. Okay.
All right, this Mark Bell and Cole Robinson sugar diet nonsense, people have got to address this. I've been asked a bunch about this. Hey, everybody, it's JasonBlaha here. I'm going to cover this for you guys and gals. If you guys would please give me a like down below, I'd greatly appreciate it. If you
know, I'd give him a like and everything, but he's banned us. So how the fuck can we like this channel? Anyways, if you're asking me why my voice is so deep or whatever, it sounds funny, it's because, bro, like, it's been like this the last 3 days, really, since my workout. And it's every time I do eccentric workouts, and because I eat a high fat protein diet, bro, my hormones are through the roof. See, unlike lifting conventionally or lifting concentrically, you don't have that. You only get that lifting eccentrically because you can lift heavier. And because you can lift heavier and cause a relative amount of damage to your muscle fibers, bro, the testosterone is like fucking through the roof. You know, it's fucking through the roof, man. I'm telling you, it's no joke, dude. Because a lot of people ask me, they go, holy shit, your voice sounds like really deep. It sounds weird. Yeah, because every time I work out eccentrically, bang, it's through the roof now. And because I don't eat the slave food diet, I don't eat a slave food diet, eat a natural diet, high fat, whatever. Man, bro, it's just fucking through the roof, man. It just never ends. My sleep is amazing. Like, I could sleep like 12 hours straight if I have to, but usually I sleep a good 8 to 9 hours straight, and I'm just amazing. Like, I'm talking dead sleep, bro. Yep, and I wake up with fucking erections like I was a teenager again, an 18-year-old, a 16-year-old.
If you're not following or subscribed, please do so. And if you would be so kind as to drop me a comment down below, I would greatly appreciate that. Let's get over to this. All right, I'm going to call this, I made a status on this on Facebook the other day. My former client, Doug, actually even chimed in, and he's a coach these days. He's actually got a coaching business now. I coached him for 3 years, you know, got him qualified for nationals, everything at his first powerlifting meet. And he kind of chimed in and said, look, at this point, it's very obvious that Mark Bell is surrounded by evidence-based people. He knows this is crazy nonsense.
Mark Bell is an idiot, man. He's another idiot. Jesus Christ, man. Where do these people come from?
Just going to extremes for money. And I think that's a good way to put this. This sugar diet is insane. These people are telling you, oh yeah, just eat really, really, really low fat. And don't get me wrong, guys. Let me be clear.
Eat really, really low fat. You should eat high animal fat. I don't know about low fat.
Ultra low fat diets, when applied correctly, can absolutely get people ripped. Okay, we've seen this in competitive bodybuilding even.
Bro, I'm so sore because I took a little extra time off, you know. I'm so sore, man. I can fucking barely move. Like, man, I've never had this level of soreness before. Jesus. My body's just like, holy shit. That's crazy.
In the 80s and 90s, and even around a little later, if you guys remember, Dr. John Perillo literally was getting guys contest lean in the IFBB.
80s and 90s, Blaha would have been a little child back then. I don't even think he knows anything about the 80s, but okay, whatever.
Sometimes still eating 5,000 and 6,000 calories a day, but they were eating like 70% carbohydrate, right? He'd have them doing stuff like, yeah, you know, a gram of protein per pound of body weight, nearly zero fat, and just eating tons and tons of starchy carbs like white rice and stuff. And then he would have them do hours of list cardio every day. Guess what?
So eat energy, toxic energy food, and then do lots and lots and lots of cardio because I have nothing better to do with my life. Okay, great.
They got absolutely shredded because, again, we know that
they got shredded. So let me see. Feed them lots of carbs, put them on cardio, and they got shredded. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my entire life, but whatever, dude.
Humans don't store carbohydrates as subcutaneous fat. You you can eat a huge
Yeah, but they do store them in their muscles. They can store astronomically high in the muscle. So I don't know what Blaha's talking about. You can expand that sarcoplasm, bro. It can get exponentially massive because it is not constrained by follistat, myostat, or the satellite cell.
amount of them, you're going to end up seeing a change in thermic effect. You're going to see a lot of stuff, right? No one's denying that that sort of approach can't work for getting lean. It has been
All right, let's get one thing straight. This is stupidity on the highest level. This is not bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is not about aesthetics, about low body fat, about fucking sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. This fucking, again, aesthetic look, like sarcoplasmic muscles, fake muscles, and all that. Bodybuilding is about lifting eccentrically and building myofibrillar growth. So it is a carryover to every sport. That is the idea. Now, I don't know what kind of bodybuilding you people have been watching, cosmetic people, steroids, whatever. Bodybuilding is not a sport. And when they say, oh, it's good for the sport, like these drug people on stage, how can people on a stage posing be considered a sport? That is so dumb. They go, these bodybuilders. I think you have bodybuilding confused. You have perverted. You have, all you people out there have perverted bodybuilding. You understand me? You've perverted it. It's a you've made a perversion out of it. That's not what bodybuilding is. Some dude on a stage injecting drugs cosmetically, faking it.
Documented to work. Same thing when we look at all the studies on carbohydrates, subcutaneous fat, especially the modern carbon isotope stuff.
You can still get fat eating even complex carbohydrates. You'll still get fat. It can make you insulin. You can become insulin resistant at some point if you exceed that breakdown in glycogen.
Humans are not storing carbohydrates as subcutaneous fat, and also we're going to have an upper threshold of absorption. There's going to be a lot of stuff with NEAT. There's going to be a lot of stuff with thermic effect when you carb overfeed. So again, hopefully no one is thinking I'm disagreeing with the fact that people can get ripped on an ultra high carbohydrate.
Look, man, I'm going to tell you, you need to proceed with extreme caution if you are eating any kind of plant products like complex carbohydrates or carbohydrates. You need to proceed with caution, each to their own. You understand me? You need to be very careful what you're doing. You're meant to eat a natural diet, which is animal products. You understand me? And drink water, not from the tap with chlorine in it, with chemicals. They'll destroy you. Tap water could kill you. I don't know how many Americans die every day from drinking tap water. Eventually, it'll catch up with you in time. You're just drinking chemicals all day, but whatever, dude. They destroy your stem cells. That's what it does. But like I said, with extreme caution, you need to exercise extreme caution.
High carb, very low fat diet. You're going to have dietary deficiencies. You're going to have vitamin deficiencies. You're going to have
high carb, low fat. That's terrible. Mitochondria run better. Everybody knows this in science. But any scientist will tell you they have run tests, and fucking mitochondria run better on animal fat. Now, can you expand the sarcoplasm on animal fat? Not that I found, not necessarily. See what I mean? To get that sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, to expand it, it doesn't really work well with animal fat. You understand me? So if you're looking to expand the sarcoplasm so you can get somewhat of an aesthetic look as well, then that's something you want to do, okay? It has different type of energy. It gives off different kind of energy. Animal fat as opposed to complex carbohydrates. And they do different things. Complex carbohydrates are going to increase insulin, which makes you anabolic. And science tells you that it will shuffle these amino acids a lot better, quicker into the cells. So if it does that, so it is a tool in bodybuilding and eccentric exercise, okay? But these stupid people, full range of motion, whatever they're doing there's no damage. They're lifting like Blaha, endless lifting, going nowhere in life. If you're eating that food, then you're just poisoning yourself. You understand me? It's good when you build muscle, but after you're done building muscle, whatever it is you're doing there, It's good to transfer over to animal fat. Stop eating plant foods. They'll destroy you in the long run. You understand me? They're good for the short run. When you're young, you can handle them. They're good for a short run, but they are not good for the long run. Get it? Because just there's so many reasons why.
Have hormonal deficiencies, okay? But you can get ripped. So again, let me be clear. I am not saying it won't work, but the whole idea that they're eating tons of refined sugar and junk, all the refined fructose, this is insane. You're going to have metabolic issues as a result.
Junk food, fructose, they're from fruits, bro. So he admitted they're junk food. They are junk food. Fruits are junk food, and so are vegetables, because they have the same amount in there as well. They have the same thing.
Of this, because if you start looking at what are we most concerned with in our diets, what is the stuff that really is causing us the most issues is
plants. That's what's causing the most issue. Plants.
Refined sugar plus too much saturated fat. Those are top of the list. A lot of people want to go over, oh yeah, it's all seafood. No, it's not all.
Any processed food or these engineered fruits and vegetables are going to cause you problems because they're unnatural. They don't exist in nature, Blaha. Get it? And that's why they're causing a wide range of problems. Plus, there's another issue, man. The fact that we have a very low genetic diversity, genetic diversity is very low in the human population. And that because of interbreeding, because of bottlenecks and interbreeding, that causes other problems. You understand me? We have other mutations and problems and health problems. We're susceptible to getting sick easily because there's not much diversity in the human population. It's very low because we went through bottlenecks in history. It's a known fact.
Seed oils, honestly. It really isn't. Saturated fat is objectively worse by every...
What are you talking about? Saturated animal fat is not bad for you, but seed oils, they will destroy you. And they take over 2 years to leave your system. They will desensitize your androgen receptors. So it doesn't matter how high or how low you have testosterone. It will not bind with the receptor. It will not give you the same effect. Okay, dude.
Metric, but I don't think people should be standing around consuming a bunch of refined seed oils either. So let me be clear, just because I say something is worse doesn't mean the other is good or that it's a good idea or it won't make you fat. Okay? So let's get that out of the way. So yeah, we know saturated fat's an issue. We know too much dietary fat, particularly in a refined form, creates hyperpalatability. We know that too much saturated fat gets stored the most efficiently out of any type of calorie you eat as body fat. It has a very easy direct conversion. It also can cause insulin resistance in large amounts. So we know this stuff. And look, an ultra low fat, high carb approach, particularly if cardio and workloads are very, very high.
At Paradisus by Melia, where you...
Cardio and workloads are very, very high, is totally a viable weight loss method. Okay, and it does work. We know it works. We've all seen it work. All right, but again, the refined sugar. It would be fine if they're sitting around consuming some fruit. You know what? It's pretty dang hard to get fat on watermelon and cantaloupe. Agreed? Everyone understand this?
Whatever he's doing there, that isn't based on bodybuilding. He's not damaging muscles to build them, lifting those weights. Whatever the hell he's doing there, he's just wasting his time. This is most likely cardio. This isn't bodybuilding, this is cardio.
Because again, looking at those factors, looking at the enormous satiety index on them, how filling they are, you will almost start vomiting them up before you can gain body fat eating enough of them. All right, especially if you got sufficient protein to hold on to stuff. Totally viable, it works. Problem is, it's like, oh, then they're eating refined sugar. They're sitting around eating candy all day. They're pushing very large amounts of refined fructose. Him and Cole Robinson both. This is a problem. This is going to hurt people. These are deficient diets because, again, it's not like they're saying, oh, let's just try to limit and get just a little bit of, healthy fat in so we don't tank anything. And let's eat whole foods for these carbohydrates, even if it's sugar. Let's just eat all fruit. All right. it worked. It maybe might end up with some, potential. Some people might be sensitive with some pancreas issues there, eating, 4,000 calories of straight fruit. But otherwise, it's still whole foods. You're going to get a lot of antioxidants, a lot of protective stuff, a lot of nutrients. Now they're just over here pushing deficient stuff. And the problem is, even with the fruit, you're going to convert it. Your gut is going to ferment it into glucose. You're going to have glucose just fine in the bloodstream.
You're going to have fructose, going to cause you fucking brain damage and mitochondrial dysfunction. That's what it's going to cause you, bro. It can also cause you an enlarged prostate, fatty liver, and possibly kidney disease. And who knows what else, dude. Maybe even type 2 diabetes. I can't tell you. There's so many bad things that high fructose diets can do to you, these fruits and these vegetables. They're anti-nutrient.
From it. All this refined sugar, though, is being absorbed in the upper intestine. It is not the same as fruit sugars in a whole form.
Another thing is they're filled with oxalates, and oxalates only exit through your extremities. They don't go through your kidney or liver. They're not filtered through there. They go through your skin and shit, your eyes, your mouth. It's nasty. Your pee, whatever.
It's being absorbed in the upper intestine. It's going to hit the liver. It contributes to non-alcoholic fatty liver, insulin resistance. This is bad. And again, a lot of dietary deficiency potentially from this. So they're doing this just to market some other crazy stuff. And let's be clear, these are both people who have made a lot of money marketing crazy fad stuff. That, yeah, sure, people might lose some fat on it, but it's also insane and unhealthy. Keep in mind, Cole did the whole snake diet thing, which was an extreme keto diet, and then pushing the snake juice. Let's just all sit around drinking salt water all day. Again, this is crazy. I called him on that like 10 or 12 years ago. Remember?
Yes, it's crazy.
Remember, I called him on it back then. Same thing, you have this case.
Look, I'm going to have to agree with one thing with Blaha. He's right. The sugar diet it's poison, bro. It's gross. It's ridiculous. It's poison. It's not good for anybody. I don't even know how it even took off. People were showing me that video of that crazy guy in the car, some crazy nut saying eat McDonald's or eat a lot of sugar. The sugar diet's going to make you lean and ripped and all that. How do we know? Maybe he's full of shit. He's lying. Maybe he's not doing any of that because he wants to destroy people. I don't know, man. It sounds ridiculous. It's just like this guy. He was all ripped and everything, telling people and pretending he was eating pizza and telling people, I got this way from eating pizza all day. Yeah, okay, whatever. So then people are gonna go out and eat pizza and try to look ripped like this dude eating pizza. This is stupid.
Where you have Mark Bell, this whole war on carbs, he went extreme.
Or people coming online and telling you, oh, I'm doing this naturally. I'm lifting 500 pounds off the floor. I'm benching over 400. Squatting over 300, 400. I'm doing all these things, right? Meanwhile, they're lifting concentrically. Meanwhile, they're going to tell you, I'm doing it naturally. Meanwhile, they're fucking doing it on drugs, bro. And then you're going to go out and try to do it naturally, and then you're going to destroy yourself. You understand me? You understand how you're going to destroy yourself? So people watch all these steroid people online lifting. Oh, look, he lifted 600 off the floor, 700, he deadlifted and all that. Then you're going to go out and try to mimic what this guy did on steroids. You understand me? And then you're going to destroy the fuck out of yourself. You understand how crazy that sounds? You want to chase something which is fake, which is elusive. It's ridiculous to do that. It's better to increase your natural strength. You understand me? And that will increase your lifts, definitely. But it is better in the long run to increase your natural abilities, your natural athletic abilities and strength by building muscle and not wasting your time lifting a crazy heavy weight, which most people are faking at it anyways, possibly online. I'm not saying everybody is. There are some natural people, they can keep practicing lifting heavy, but eventually it weakens you. It makes you bad lifting concentrically against gravity. It fucks your athletic performance and a bunch of things. It does bad things to you. Trust me, it is not good in the long run.
Keto, then he kind of went extreme carnivore, so whole ketovore, and pushed that as an extreme dietary stance, making...
Look at Blaha. He doesn't like eccentric exercise, yet he has a U bar over here, so he could get more of that eccentric. You understand me? Look at the bar. Do you want to know, again, like I'll say it in this video, do you want to know why people do the purpose of dumbbells is so that you can have a longer reach in the eccentric. You get it? Because the bar is hitting your chest. But with dumbbells, you could go a lot lower. And if the dumbbell is in the way, you can supinate your arms, okay? You can supinate your arms so that the dumbbells go even lower in the side of your body so they don't bump into your chest. So, yeah, I don't know. And look, this guy, he's got a U-bar here. Come on.
Money on all of it, and now he's going to swing all the way around and come up with the most crazy extreme possible. After he kind of did years and years of the high fat, let's do all this.
Look, he doesn't even know how to utilize the bar. Look where he stops, where it would hit his chest. He doesn't bring it all the way down because Blaha doesn't like eccentric exercise because he doesn't like to build muscle. He's a faker.
Low carb. He did this for years and years and years, which is already an extreme approach. It's not a balanced, healthy approach. And yes, he got ripped because Mark trained.
Who did it for years and years? You don't know what they're doing. They're lying. A lot of people online. They lie. They fabricate. They make up stuff, bro. Come on.
It's hard, but monitors calories, eats lots of protein, and use lots of drugs.
People use fake weights online. They use drugs online. They do all kinds of fake things to fake it. They what do you call it? They use these screens on there to cover up their faces, the lines in their faces. They do all kinds of stuff. They touch up pictures. Man, they do everything in Photoshop. You name it.
Of course he got ripped.
Even Blaha is using a filter. He's using a filter here on his fucking videos. He's using a filter. You think Blaha's not using a filter?
Okay. And no one's saying ultra low carb keto diets can't help you get ripped. No one's saying these sort of really high carbs can't help you get ripped. Sure they can. But the problem is he knows.
You know the funny thing about Blaha, not only is he astronomically ugly, extremely ugly, but he has an extremely ugly body. How could you be double fucked by having an ugly pumpkin head and an ugly body, bro? This is crazy. Who can be attracted to that? Nobody. No woman is attracted to Blaha. You understand me? Only somebody who's crazy probably would want to hang out with him. But it's not based on attraction. I don't know what it would be based on. But he's just a lonely old man in a garage. No woman is interested in him at all, ever. Nobody in his neighborhood, nowhere, nothing. Nothing. Forget it.
He got ripped just fine before, so then he's going to go to this other metabolically unhealthy diet, and they're going to push it for money. And that's what it's all about. These people, this falls into the category of what I mean by shyster, snake oil salesmen, con men.
Yes, they are, but so is Blaha. They are con men. I agree.
Stuff that this whole industry is full of, right? This is snake oil salesman. Oh, let's go push this crazy next harmful diet to get you shredded, even though it's on the exact opposite extreme, literally the exact opposite extreme of what we promoted, made money on for years. So let's kick you out a new opposite extreme, crazy deficient, unhealthy diet to get you ripped on the other end of the spectrum. And then they're going to make money on and cash in on it. And it's all for clout. It's all for attention. It is all for financial gain. They know this is crazy. They know all the stuff they've put out with these diets is crazy and extreme. They know better.
Of course they do. Because the guy that was doing that wanted to get popular on YouTube. That's all. He wants to get popular. He wants likes and subscribes so he can make money.
All right, then this nonsense has to be called out. This needs to be called out. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today.
Again, that's about the only thing I agree with Blaha. These two guys, or whoever this person is, Cole Robinson, pushing this dangerous sugar diet. I'll see you in the next one, friends.